Hi there, folks. The purpose of this video is to give you a brief bit of insight into how to use Seesaw in your trigonometry class. Let's go ahead and get started. The first thing you're going to want to do is push the app out from your student self-service. So if you swipe down and start to type in for your self-service, you can click on that. And then the app you're looking for is Seesaw Class. And you'll see it just come up there. It's got, a green, blue, yellow icon to it. You want to make sure it says class, not family. And you can go ahead and click reinstall or install. Mine obviously has been installed, so I'm going to go ahead and click on my class app. When you click into your class, I'll go ahead and click in like I'm brand new and I haven't been here before. You'll get to this particular home screen. And I should say you do have to actually create your Seesaw. So let me not get too ahead of myself here. What I'm going to go ahead and show you now is how to join Seesaw. Keep in mind you're going to go ahead and do this with your student Gmail account. If you don't do it with your student Gmail account, in other words, the email account issued to you by the district, you will run into some issues accessing our content. So I'm going to go ahead and show you that, yes, I want you to join with your Google account. And you'll see that there's a join code here. That join code does expire on that date that's indicated, but I'll get to that in just a second. So my students should follow these instructions when they're joining their Seesaw class. You can go ahead and open the app or just go to app.seesaw.me in any browser. Usually Chrome and Firefox work best. Safari is kind of a third choice. You're going to choose I am a student. And then you're going to type in your join code into where it prompts you to do so. Keep in mind you'll only need to do this one time. It's not like ClassKick or other apps where you continually need a new join code. Once you're in our class, you're in our class. So keep in mind that this is the join code you can go ahead and use to join our trig class if you're in my 4th period. This code does expire on January 22nd, 2021. So if this join code is not relevant to you, be sure to reach out to me if you're having trouble accessing the correct join code. I can always be reached at lucass@nhsd.net. So now that you've hopefully successfully joined our class, let me just go ahead and show you a little bit about how you're going to go ahead and work on your assignments. So when you go ahead and go into your Seesaw class, you're going to go ahead and click on activities, the little light bulb icon. And you'll see that I put your very first activity in there. You're going to go ahead and complete the Part 1 worksheet where you practice converting degrees to radians and radians to degrees. I'll always type some steps and instructions underneath the title of the assignment. Step 1, you're always going to click the green Add Response button. Should you forget to click the green Add Response button and you accidentally click the circle that says Add towards that, top 2/3 portion of the screen there, if you click that green round add button, that actually goes to our feed and I may never see it because it doesn't get linked to the activity. So please click on the activity and then click on the green rectangular add response button to begin submitting your response. Now, I'm going to go ahead and go in as a sample student. And of course, when you're in this particular screen, this is where you could choose to write on the screen. So, you select your pencil, your selecting tool. If you need to highlight something, you can do that. Of course, if you make a mistake, you can erase. But all of your sort of typical editing tools are down here in the bottom of your screen. What you might be noticing, and well, maybe I just noticed it because I'm old, is that this screen looks really small. Zooming in Seesaw is a little different. You have to hit this plus sign towards the top right-hand corner and then hit the plus sign again a couple more times, and then you can move this rectangular window around to get to where you want to work on your screen. So if I wanted to convert 30 degrees to radians, we're going to learn in a few days, I would multiply that particular value by pi over 180 degrees. So you could show your work right here in the app and write all over it if you would like. And we can navigate between our slides. And then you'll always, for the most part, almost always, I always upload an answer key so that you can check your work as well. So the expectation when you do an assignment is not just that you do it, but you also check with the provided answer keys. So, when I do this problem, I would, work it out. And if I got it right, I know this seems silly, but it's actually super important. If I get it right, I'd put a C next to it. If I get it wrong, I put an X next to it. And then I work really hard to try to figure out where my mistake was and I fix it. Okay, the next thing you're going to need to know is that for some students, Wi-Fi isn't always the most reliable thing in the world, and sometimes their apps crash because they haven't cleared their cache or their cookies or their browsing history. There's a bunch of different reasons why an app can crash. Seesaw is not excluded from this issue. It crashes like other apps crash, and you do jeopardize losing your work. So I'd like to take a brief moment to show you how to avoid losing your work. You can always work your work out on notebook paper and then quite simply upload a video if you would like of your work. So let's say I wanted to, I don't know, upload this. If I wanted to upload that picture right there, and that could be my work, you could just go ahead and upload a picture to each slide, and then that would be just fine with me. I don't really care that you write on the screen. Some of you don't like that, and I honestly would be with you if I were your age. I wouldn't want to do all my homework on the screen either. So if you want to do it on notebook paper, that's plenty fine with me. You can definitely just upload a picture. If you decide to upload something from elsewhere, you have some options there too. You can also directly upload a photo, from your camera as well. So those are some interesting features if you're a person who just likes good old pen and paper. We have shapes, you have a microphone, you could add some voiceover to yours if you would like. I can comment and use voiceover on your work. It's just really, really nice. If you forget what the instructions are, you can always click that instructions button towards the top middle of the screen. So again, we complete or upload a picture of your completed work. Make sure if you're going to upload a picture, it is one picture per slide. Make sure you always show all of your work to receive full credit. Step 3 is to check your work with a key. You must actually put C's next to what you get right and X's next to what you get wrong, or else you do get partial credit on your assignments. You also want to fix your mistakes. Now on to step 4. Very important step. Are you done, or do you still need to work on it? Let's say you're like, oh yeah, I got this one wrong and I just don't know what I'm doing with it and I can't seem to fix it and I really just need Mrs. Lucas's help. Maybe you even add a page and you're making a note of like, okay, I need help with number 2 and 4 and 7. You can always write down the questions that you want to ask me about, and then click that yellow in the top right-hand corner of the screen. Click it as a draft. Clicking it as a draft allows me, your teacher, and you to still access that work so that you can go back and edit it the next day in class and get full credit. So if you skip a problem and you just want me to do it, it's fine. You just got to go back into your draft and edit it. So I'm going to do that. So you see that my work was saved and I can get back to it and I can edit it. When you are done with your work and you're happy with it and you're proud of it, you can go ahead and hit that green check mark, and that's my cue that I can go ahead and grade it. So when you're done and you're proud of it and you're thinking you're getting a 2 out of 2 or a 4 out of 4 or whatever that assignment is worth, you can go ahead and hit that green check mark and submit it. So I'm going to keep mine as a draft for right now because, oh my gosh, I have a lot of work to do on that assignment. And that's basically how you're going to go ahead and complete your assignments in Seesaw. As always, if you have any other questions about this app or others, feel free to reach out to me at lucass@nhsd.net. And I'm super happy to make you feel successful in our trig class.